It's that time of the year when the temperatures are starting to cool down and your summer bedding plants, if they still are in your garden, are looking a little tired. So that's the sign that you need to pull them out, get rid of them and start preparing for what you can plant in autumn. Now, at this early in autumn, there really are some wonderful plants out there that you can use. You're probably going to find petunias, you're going to find some pansies, some primulas, all at your local garden centre. And I'm choosing to show you how to plant some petunias today. Now, why are we going with this? Well, because they're incredibly good for the garden, especially in those areas that receive summer rainfall. So, in other words, where there's no winter rain, which is most of South Africa except for the Western Cape, petunias are a fantastic option. If you are living in the Western Cape, then rather look at plants like begonias and your primulas, which are great and can withstand that winter rainfall that you're going to be experiencing. So let's get started. How do we need to do this? Full sun, number one, for your petunias. That's what they need. And into your area that you've chosen, most importantly, we need to get some compost in there. Pour that over the area. Excellent. Let's spread it out. There we go. Right, once I'm happy with that, 1 or 2 handfuls of fairy dust. Remember, what's fairy dust? It's bone meal. Once I've got that, take a little garden fork, turn it in nicely. Now, if you are going to be planting in soil that has never been planted in before, in other words, a whole new garden bed, folks, this guy's not going to do it. You need to get out there with a garden fork and dig it in and turn it in well. Because this is an area where I already have had plants growing, you can see it's pretty easy to turn over. And that's why this little garden fork is doing just the job. Now, in terms of our petunias, folks, there are so many different varieties available at your local garden centre. Look for ones that are short and bushy. If they have got flowers on them, that's great. Petunias are one of those bedding plants that you can buy with flowers on them. I've got this cool little planting tool, kind of a probe-like thing, but this is going to help you. All you're going to do, push it into the soil, just like that, whiz it round a bit, and you've got your little planting hole. Pop that little baby in and firm it round. Simple as that. Makes life a whole lot easier. How far are we going to space these? We want to go about 20 centimetres. 15 to 20 centimetres is all that you need for your little petunias, because remember, one plant is going to bush out to about that much. So I'm going to get on planting the rest of these out. Remember, folks, it's that time of the year where if you want to have a great spring garden, you've got to do these things now. At this time of the year, you're going to find that your lawn has slowed down in growth completely. You're probably only mowing it once a week now. If you're mowing it anymore, well, then you're doing too much exercise. You really don't need to. You'll find that the cooler temperatures stop the lawn's growth and slow it down. However, with that cooler onset, it actually encourages the weeds to grow even more. So how do we get rid of them? Well, there are a couple of ways. Number one, you can sit there with a little fork and you can dig them out. You could spray them with a selective herbicide, which you literally spray onto the covered area of grass where the weeds are, and the weeds will simply shrivel up. However, if you're into the manual part, which I particularly enjoy because it's really therapeutic, you can use this tool that I've got here. And this is how it works. Find your weed, whack it in, push it down, twist it round, and out comes the baby. And when you're done with it, bang, there it goes. I think I could take this up permanently. Towards the end of summer, folks, your perennials that have been looking gorgeous are going to start going over. What am I talking about? Plants like this, the yarrow, they've been flowering right throughout the summer. They're needing a bit of a haircut to check their growth and then rejuvenate it. That's one of the main reasons why we prune. Other plants, which will probably end up now just with flower stalks in your garden, are agapanthus. Your gora might also be looking a bit scraggly, and now's the time when it really needs that good haircut to just bring it back to life. So it's very simple. Get a pair of sharp secateurs and you're going to open up your perennial and you're going to look for new growth. Do you see? This is all gorgeous new growth that's coming through here. So this is the summer growth that's spent, and right down here you can see that it's pushing through the new growth. So what we really want to do is we want to say, right, we're going to get rid of this old stuff, and by doing that we check the plant into new growth, and it's going to bring out all that wonderful, wonderful growth that we're looking for. And we're literally going to take it down almost to ground level, and I take this off. Now this stuff here, do you see all of this that I've cut off? This is beautiful, beautiful mulch potential. So what I'm going to do is take this, follow me across here, and where I've got bare patches in the garden, I'm just going to lie it down like that. You see that? Lie that down. That covers the soil. It's a fantastic, neat layer across it and helps to trap all the moisture in. But you can see, as I've been pruning here now, look at that here, prune that away. Look, I'm making way for this wonderful new growth that's about to shoot out of there. And this is one of your most important activities to make sure that your plants that you have in your garden are going to give that resurge of growth and look fantastic. Then what you're going to do is take some good compost, and you're going to sprinkle that over and around the plant, a light layer of it. But there we go, good to go. We've given an injection, a rocket injection, to make sure that this guy is going to shoot back up, and it'll look fantastic in a couple of weeks' time.